Welcome all of you. Myself Professor Rajendra Gore from Civil Engineering Department, CSMSS College of Polytechnic, Kanchanwadi. In previous lecture, we will discuss the parallel axis theorem and perpendicular axis theorem and how to use the parallel axis theorem by some numericals. So in this lecture also we will discuss the numericals on parallel axis theorem. So let's start from the first numericals. Calculate the moment of inertia of hollow rectangular section about an axis passing through bottom side. The outer dimensions are 300 mm by 450 mm and inner dimensions are 200 mm by 350 mm. So in this problem we have to given a hollow rectangular sections, external dimension is given and also internal dimension is given. So and we have to find out the moment of inertia about the base bottom side. So let us draw the diagram. Hollow rectangular sections, external dimension is denoted by capital letter and internal dimension is denoted by small letter. So external width capital B is 300 mm, internal width small b is 200 mm, overall depth capital D is 450 mm and internal depth small d is 350 mm. X and YY axis is passing through CG, and the we have to find the moment of inertia about the base, that is AB axis, that is parallel to the XX axis. So the distance between base and CG of a section is capital D by 2. So small h is equal to 225 mm. So we have to find the moment of inertia about the AB axis by using parallel axis theorem. So write down the given data: capital B 300, small d B 200, capital D 450 and small d is 350 mm. To find the moment of inertia about AB axis, so AB, since the centroidal axis XX axis and AB are parallel, so we can use parallel axis theorem to find out the moment of inertia about the base. We know that IAB is equal to IG plus AH square. This is the expression of parallel axis theorem. IAB is moment of inertia about AB axis, which is parallel to XX axis. IG or IXX is equal to moment of inertia about horizontal centroidal axis. A is cross-sectional area and H is the distance between two axes, that is AB and XX axes. So we know that for the rectangular sections, IG or moment of inertia about XX axis is capital B d cube by 12 minus small b d cube by 12. So capital B is 300 into small capital D is 450 cube by 12 minus 200 into 350 cube by 12. So IXX is equal to 15.635 into 10 to the power 8 mm power 4. The cross-sectional area of hollow rectangular section is capital BD minus small bd. 300 into 450 minus 200 into 350. So cross-sectional area is 6.5 into 10 to the power 4 mm square. Small h is d by 2. So 450 by 2 is 225 mm. By using parallel axis theorem, put out the values of Ig and area and h. So 15.635 into 10 to the power 8 plus 6.5 into 10 to the power 4 into 225 square. So moment of inertia about the base AB is 48.541 into 10 to the power 8 mm power 4. Second problem. Find the moment of inertia of a right angled triangle 100 mm high and 140 mm base in following cases. About an horizontal axis passing through CG. Second case, about an axis passing through the base. And third, about an axis passing through the apex parallel to the base. So we have given a right angle triangular sections of 100 mm high and 140 mm base, and find out the moment of inertia about these three cases: about horizontal centroidal axis, about the base, and about the apex that is parallel to the horizontal axis. So write down the given data. B base is equal to 140 mm and height of triangle is 100 mm. Draw the figure. Right angle triangle B 140, H 100 mm. X axis and Y axis is passing through CG, and we have to find out the moment of inertia about horizontal axis that is passing through the CG of a section, that is IXX. So first case, for right angle triangle, moment of inertia about horizontal axis passing through CG, IXX or IG, moment of inertia about centroid, is equal to BH cube by 36. This is the standard formula we have discussed in first lecture. So B is 140 into H is 100 cube by 36. So moment of inertia about centroidal horizontal axis is 3.889 into 10 to the power 6 mm power 4. Second case, we have to find out the moment of inertia about an axis passing through the base. So for better understanding, draw the figure. Separate right angle triangle having base 140 mm, height 100 mm, x axis and y axis is passing through CG, and we have to find out the moment of inertia about the base, that is AB axis, which is at the base. So the distance between centroidal XX axis and AB axis is h is equal to 1/3 of h, 1 by 3 into height of triangle. So 100 by 3 is 33.33 mm. So by using parallel axis theorem, IAB is equal to IG plus A into H square. So IAB is moment of inertia about AB axis, which is parallel to XX. IXX or IG is horizontal centroidal axis, moment of inertia. A is cross sectional area and H is the distance between the two axes. So for right angle triangle, area is half into B into H. So half into 140 into 100 is 7000 mm square, and H is equal to 1/3 of H. So 1/3 into 100 is 33.33 mm, and moment of inertia about IXX is find out in first case in this problem. So 3.889 into 10 to the power 6 mm power 4. So by using parallel axis, IAB is equal to 3.889 into 10 to the power 6 plus area 7000 into H 33.33 square. So moment of inertia about base AB is equal to 11.667 into 10 to the power 6 mm power 4. Third case, we have to find out the moment of inertia about the axis passing through the apex parallel to the base. So draw the figures again for this case. So right angle triangle having B is 140 and H is 100 mm. X and Y axis is passing through CG, and we have to find out the moment of inertia at apex parallel to the base. So draw the axis CD, which is at apex and parallel to the base, horizontal. So the distance between CG and apex is 2 by 3 into h. So 2 by 3 into 100 is 66.67 mm. So to find out the moment of inertia about apex, that is ICD, since the centroidal axis XX and base CD are parallel, we can use parallel axis theorem to find out the moment of inertia about apex. So ICD is equal to Ig plus A into h square. Ig is 3.889 into 10 to the power 6, which is found out in first case. A is cross sectional area, half into B into H, 7000 mm square, and H is 2/3 of H, 2/3 of 100 into, so 66.67 mm. So now moment of inertia about CD is 3.889 into 10 to the power 6 plus area 7000 into H, 66.67 square. So is 35 into 10 to the power 6 mm power 4. Next problem. Calculate the moment of inertia for given figure about AB axis. We have given a semicircular section and we asked to find the moment of inertia about the AB line. So write down the given data. The radius of a semicircle is 75 mm, which is given in figure, and to find out the moment of inertia about AB, that is IAB. So we can use parallel axis theorem because AB axis is parallel to the XX axis. So draw the figures for better understanding. Semicircular section having radius 35 mm and centroidal XX axis is passing through CG, which is at a distance 4r by 3 pi from the base. So the distance between centroidal XX axis and AB axis is, the total distance from the base and AB axis is r. So the distance between XX axis and AB axis is r minus h, and h, so r minus 4r by 3 pi. So it is remaining distance is h. So h is equal to r minus 4r by 3 pi. Let us see. Since the centroidal axis XX and base AB are parallel, we can use parallel axis theorem to find out the moment of inertia. So IAB is Ig plus A into h square. Ig is moment of inertia about centroidal axis which is passing through CG. So for semicircular section, Ix6 is equal to 0.11 into r to the power 4, which is standard formula, and r is 75 mm, so 0.11 into 75 to the power 4. So Ix6 is equal to 3.48 into 10 to the power 6 mm power 4. Area of semicircle is half of pi r square. So put out the radius, half into pi into 75 square. So area is 8835.729 mm square, and h is distance between XX axis and AB axis. So h is equal to r minus 4r by 3 pi. So 75 minus 4 into 75 upon 3 pi, h is 43.17 mm. So by using parallel axis theorem, IAB is equal to Ig plus AH square, 3.48 into 10 to the power 6 plus area 8835.729 into h 43.17 square. So moment of inertia about AB axis is 19.946 into 10 to the power 6 mm power 4. So today we will stop here. In next lecture we will discuss the moment of inertia of composite sections. Okay, thank you.